Good afternoon, everybody. This is Film Talk Live. We're live from the beautiful Talkwad Studios in beautiful Tampa, Florida. This is the opening weekend of the Gasparilla Film Festival. We've got a lot going on here. Basically, a little rundown on what Film Talk's about. This is talk radio at its best. This is talk radio for filmmakers, about filmmakers, the production people that make films happen, the actors and actresses that make films happen. And we're going to have a lot going on. We will have our next show coming up shortly next week with a action-packed rundown of guests as they call in. It's a live show, so we'll be taking our next guest shortly. This is Film Talk Live. You're on live. What's the talk? Brandon, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. How's it going, guys?
Hey, great. Tell us about your work, Brandon. What inspired you as a cinematographer? We're on live with cinematographer Brandon Hyde, and he's someone to really watch. He's a great cinematographer, and as a matter of fact, I just completed a show with him. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Brandon.
Well, I live in Tampa area. I moved down from East Tennessee when I was 20. I've been living in the area about 8 years, and just started making short films and kind of fell into doing cinematography. I think like everybody else, I kind of started out wanting to be a director. But as I got more and more into it, I realized how much I love the camera and how much I love being able to tell the story kind of through the lens and through the lighting. That I fell in love with it. Yeah, that's kind of how I ended up doing it.
All right, great. So, and where were you educated at, and what were your inspirations as a cinematographer? Your movies and cinematographers that had inspired you.
Yeah, I got my 4-year degree in film studies from Southeastern, which is in Lakeland, Florida, and then while I was there, I just learned a whole lot just by watching a whole buttload of movies. Just every night was 2 to 3 films, just whatever I could get my hands on. And I came to realize that a lot of the films that I liked, and I liked the way that they played out visually, were actually shot by a lot of the same guys. Roger Deakins was probably the first guy I ever looked at. Like, wow, he's kind of like, I looked at his, filmography and really fell in love with a lot of things he had done. And then Seamus McGarvey has become my favorite cinematographer. Just watching his work and seeing what all he's been doing, and Wally Pfister's his lighting, which I didn't realize how much that influenced me as a cinematographer until I started, really lighting stuff and realizing, oh my gosh, I'm replicating this shot that he did in Inception, or, oh look, this is something that I saw in Memento, and it kind of got into my subconscious. So lighting-wise, I would say that Pfister's kind of more of my influence.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Great. And we, you've talked about Lawrence of Arabia. Share with us what impacted you, most about Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh yeah, Lawrence of Arabia is definitely one of those films that I've seen so many times, and I can't put my finger on why I loved the cinematography so much of it. It's mind-blowing to see what they did at a time when film was shot on film, and so you had to be extremely careful. The cameras were very temperamental, and just to look at what they did and to just create such beauty. As an artist, I enjoy looking at paintings, and Salvador Dali has been my favorite, artist painter since I was like 12 years old. And to see, so I think the connection there is Lawrence of Arabia really uses that negative space, that huge, just epic scale that Salvador Dali had in a lot of his paintings as well. And so I try and incorporate that as much as I can into what I'm doing, because I just think it makes the film feel just larger than life. Because I think that's why people enjoy film, is they get to go and they get to go be outside of their world for a little bit. So if you can make it feel just that much bigger, then it's even more of an escape for them.
Awesome. Brandon, tell us about some of your projects that may be coming up and how we can support you. See, Film Talk is about supporting filmmakers like yourself. Tell us how we can support the listening audience can support you.
Yeah, well, this weekend, or not this weekend, but a week from today, we have me and some friends of mine have a short film that's in Gasparilla Film Festival, which is in Tampa. And we've gotten some pretty good reviews from that one. That I think what Matt told me, the director-writer, told me that over 1,000 short films were submitted and only 60 were chosen, and we were one of the 60. So, and just to come out, not just for our film, but all those films that are in the shorts, because short films they're the breeding ground for the people that are going to be big names later. So coming out and showing support for them. I just finished actually the film that you helped me with, Polly, called Brush, and we're going to be doing. We just wrapped it this weekend, but we're going to be doing a premiere for that, and probably Kickstarter, Indiegogo, which can get you guys more information on that as it comes available. We have another one that is not quite finished yet that we shot called Blood in the Burn. And it's a short psychological thriller. It's about 15 minutes. We shot over a couple of week period, about 17 days in the Tampa, Plant City, Brandon area in Central Florida. And that one we're really excited about. We're trying to make the editing, flow the best we can. That's where we're at right now. Is we're showing it to some test audiences, because it's got some twists and turns to it, and we want to make sure that everybody can follow it. But as soon as that one comes out, that will also go on the festival circuit. We're going to try and get that into some larger, maybe Atlanta, maybe we're going to try for Toronto, something a little bit bigger. So each one I hope is bigger and better. But if you want to support film festivals and premieres are how you can show support for local filmmakers, just in general, not just my stuff, but anybody around.
Right. That's what we're here to do. It's awesome having you, Brandon. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this young man has a great eye and feel for telling stories. You just heard him talk about paintings and how paintings inspire his work. Brandon, tell the people how they can contact you, your production company, real quick, because we're about to end the show today.
Yeah. Well, Brandon D. Hyde, that's my name. You can go to my website, which is bdhyde.com. You can send me an email. I'm on Facebook at Brandon D. Hyde. I'm also on Twitter, which I don't really still fully understand how to use yet, but we're working on it.
Aren't we all?
I'm so many avenues that can be reached, because I'm just looking to meet people and to get my name out there. But I also want to support other people that are trying to do what I'm trying to do as well.
Awesome. Buddy, it's been great having you on today, and thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, anytime, man.
Till next time, this is a Cinema Guy, and this has been Film Talk Live.
Look at you. You got your dream job.
No, being a policeman was plan B. Plan A was playing center field for the Yankees.
Hey, Sarge, you ever think about what you want to do when this is all over?
Police! Freeze! They got a gun! No! Please, call an ambulance!
The shooting was an accident. You're just too high profile now, James. You will retire.
This is my job. This is my life.
Sarge, your brother called. It's urgent.
How's the baby?
He didn't make it.
I just don't know anymore about it.
I may have a job prospect for you.
James Bunocore, criminal justice teacher and baseball coach.
I love baseball.
What do you think, Coach?
I think we're gonna do okay.
You do have one of the best investigators of all time as your teacher.
Mind your own business. It's just gonna hurt the kids if it gets out.
Was he lying about Jesus?
Who cares?
What about the investigation?
How am I supposed to do an investigation? A homicide of Jesus Christ when I'm not even sure if he existed.
I'm sure sometimes you had to work pretty hard to seek and find the truth.
We'll find the truth, Sergeant Bunocore.
But how can we investigate something if it happened so long ago?
We investigate the evidence to come up with our own personal verdict. Ladies and gentlemen, you are members of a jury. I leave the verdict to you.
Now this is me on my knees, and I'm begging you.
You're gonna seek out the truth. Seek out the truth in everything you do in life. Just like you're gonna do for the rest of your lives.
Save me one more time.